Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd make this video. I title it How to Fail and Make It Look Good. So I'm here making a pocket journal folding book type of thing, and I'm trying to get an idea down, and I'm recording it just so that I can kind of remember what I'm doing. So I had a 12 by 12 paper decorated. It's on both sides, got patterns. I'm doing the creases every 4 inches or whatever the I think it's inches or centimeters, I don't know, every 4 well, that's really good, 4 inches to make the creases where you can fold the paper. So I'm doing this, and the reason why I call this my fail video is because I have quite a few things here that I failed on. First of all, my first fail right here, I'm punching a little piece out here so that my card can go into my pocket. And if you can see, I'm not even centered on my paper. Yay me! Did I notice it? No. Continue going. And then I punch out my second one. That one's more or less centered. And then that was my first fail. So I'm kind of keeping track of my fails here. So I'm gluing my edges down, my 3 edges. I'm using just the white glue. I'm gluing it down just past the crease so I can fold it shut and be able to fold it. My pockets there that's my pocket I'm working on right now. I thought I had a little lump in there, but I didn't. And then that's my second pocket, and that I'm working on. And fail number 2 coming up is that I didn't trim the edge just slightly, so then I have the piece of paper not into the crease. So that's my second fail. So my pocket kind of, when you fold the paper, it kind of warps, so you got to kind of cut it so then there's room for that crease. That's my second fail. But I move on and keep on. Very close, I'm starting to realize what I've done with the cut out pieces for my pockets so I can fill in like with the cards. So I realize one's off centered, one's centered, so I roll with the punches, you know, water off the duck's back. I just started offsetting them on purpose and making it look like I did that was all planned. So here, because it was folding wonky, I decided to add the crease on the 3rd inch there, just to make it fold a little easier, because I messed up, of course. That, you know, my not cutting the edge. I did manage to remember to cut this edge down, so then it wasn't folded, or didn't glue right onto the crease, which would make it buckle. There, that one worked. So that was good. Still had a little bit of a buckle, so I'm thinking, oh, this is a fail. I'm going to try to take it apart. Note paper is cheap. It's coming apart, so I'm gonna roll with it. Here I'm just cutting half the front cover, so then I have a shorter pocket, and I'm just trying to figure out how far to go. And it's my first time making this, so I'm trying to figure out what to do here and how to go with it. So I, of course, now realize that I have to off-center it towards the left, because it's got to look like I did this all on purpose. So I just glue the 2 sides on there. Pretty good, you know, not too bad. So moving on, of course, did you see what I did next? I'll let you guys guess. If you notice what I didn't do, you will notice it soon enough. But I suppose you wouldn't notice until I pull out something. So anyway, so I'm making my next 2 pockets in the front of those taller pockets, so that's works. So I have to, of course, offset it, and that one has to be more or less center to do my pattern. My fingers are going into the little quotation marks right now that I made, offsetting the little cutouts. Yeah, so I'm gluing those pockets down. And of course the paper is, as I'm folding it, I'm realizing it's kind of like breaking, so the white's coming through the edges. So of course, to fix that, you'd have to ink the edges. Well, who didn't ink before they glued everything down? That's right. So that's my, I think, third fail here. So I'm just going along here and just inking my edges, and the first pocket didn't really bother me too much, but oh gosh, this one was heck. So I'm trying to get in there and I'm having a heck of a time. I'm almost ripping it. Look at this, my thumb slips out. Fail, big fail. Had to use my bone folder to get in there. So that was my third fail of not inking my papers before I glue things down. So, I mean, I did kind of save it. It looks good. It's just looking awkward how I'm inking it. Like, this is not normal inking, folks. So, yeah. Okay, so what was my next? Oh, you're gonna love this one. This is me all the time, though. So anyways, I'm continuing inking my paper edges up. And you know, this is pretty good. I'm starting to use my little edge here and getting good look here. So like, you know, this is professional. Getting my little edge, making it look good. I messed up. I should have inked all of that before I heared it down, but yeah. That was not going to happen, obviously, in my world. So then we're making, the next part is I got to make the inside pockets, or not the inside pockets, but the pieces of paper, the tags. They're not going to be tags, they're going to be slide-ins, and I wanted them to be kind of a yellow color, because there's a yellow, it's a different kind of yellow, but there's yellow in there. So I measure, kind of the size that I need, and you can see that by just marking my size of my pockets and that kind of thing, and cut those down to get them in there. So that was nice. I usually don't measure things too much at all. This is how I cut things down. So getting that in there, yeah, I had to trim that down. And these are normal things that you do when you're doing something for the first time, trimming and kind of figuring it out. But I wouldn't consider that a fail. I would consider that as just figuring what you're doing, kind of figuring it out. And yeah, continuing here, then I realized, oh yeah, I'm going to have to ink these at some point. So here I am just making a oval where I use the cutouts. I always thought this would be a great idea to put little tabs on my card, which I still don't think this is a fail. This was just tryout and it didn't work. I didn't like it. But you know, this is all on film here, or on this video. I didn't cut anything out, just to show you guys the true process of figuring out a plan type of thing. This is how it works. And yeah, so that didn't quite work the way I planned it. But I play with it for a little bit longer here, and then I give up because I don't like the look, as you will see in a second. So I had to offset these tabs. I put it on the center of that paper slide in, because that would be the normal thing to do. But because I am not normal and I cut my little tabs out crooked, I had to offset my tabs. And I thought, oh, maybe it looks okay. Started on my second one. But it wasn't doing it for me after this. So yeah, I was just using the whatever thing to crease it. So then, yeah, you know, but after a bit here, it was kind of like, no, it just wasn't doing it for me. So this is where at the point where I'm just like cutting another piece of paper and giving up, because I totally did not like the look. So I'm just using that as my pattern, kind of guiding, no measuring, which, like I said, that's how I craft, so that's normal for me. And yeah, getting rid of the evidence, throwing that away, shoo fly, and moving on from that, you know, experience. It wasn't bad. It's just like, I think if I wouldn't have but oh, here's my next fail. I am inking my papers, and look at, I got ink on my fingers, and I'm getting ink everywhere on my thumb, and I got ink on that little pocket, I got ink on the card. It was terrible. Terrible. So that was getting inky fingers all over. That was fail number 4. Yet I'm still going, and I'm like, you know, you get to that like, ew, look at this frustration. I had to kind of trim it, and I think I can't remember if I replaced it or not. No, it wasn't that long ago that I was recording this. I was gonna wait to do the voiceover, and I'm like, I'm gonna forget. I need to tell my story. I need to tell it now. So this is it. I really am happy with how it turned out. It was just quite a few silly mistakes. Here's where I'm testing something out, which I'm, you know, this is getting to be like, you know, genius work here. Look at that. I'm making it look rounded. You know, I'm kind of testing things out with my scrap. So I used this packaging to round my edges, which, again, ingenious, right? I don't have one of those chopper edge thingamajiggies. So I was going to use a plain card, but then this was much stiffer, and there's no way of me digging into that card to, you know, alter the edge on there. So I use that on all my cards. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I did replace it. Aha. Did replace that inky card. So yeah, I just did the tops. I left the bottoms square. But yeah, I followed around that edge, inked it up. I just liked the little bit of a slight rounder look on the cards, and the pockets had more of a crisp corner, so I kind of like that. That was what I needed to offset or do something pleasing to me, to my eye. So I did that, and that, like I said, I was pretty happy with myself. I'm like, oh yeah, Eureka, good, pretty good. So then I'm flipping and flopping. I'm thinking, this is a really weird pocket. What did I do? And of course I have that ink thing spot there, but I'm not going to replace the whole. I have to replace the whole, because this is a 12 by 12 paper. I found this string thing. It's like fake faux leather, and it happened to match the blue on that card. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to tie this up. So that little pocket wasn't going to go on the outside. It wouldn't work on the outside, which at first I thought maybe. But if I keep it on the inside, I can kind of tie it up and make it look like a little flip journal, junk journal type of little thing. So, junk journal pocket thing. I don't know. But this is what I decided. So here we go. I'm going to tie it up. I make my lines. I'm getting ingenious here. I'm really happy with myself. I'm like, okay, I'm on fire. I do my lines so I know where to put my glue. I even like get them all even to tie right in the center of the pocket journal thing. I'm getting, oh no, what fail? Number 6, getting glue everywhere. Yeah, like my lid popped off. So that was my 6th fail. So I ended up trying to put it on there, and I'm like trying to smear it thinner line. Yeah, I did plan on putting some ribbon over top, lacy ribbon stuff. Actually, it's not ribbon, it's like lace. So that was okay, but otherwise, if I didn't plan that, it would have been really bad, because I had glue, like thick glue coming out of that bottle, because I popped the lid off. But yes, I had planned to put this over top anyway, but it was just by luck that that was the plan. And so I put this trim on the front and the back. I put it over top of the blue faux leather strip, and then on the journal itself here, so then the blue will be folded, or I mean tied in the front with the bow, and it would look so cute. And that is it. Now, if I didn't explain all these fails and I kept the speed going, you guys wouldn't have noticed anything. And yeah, and I just thought that would be a fun video to do something a little different and explain the process and the fails that go through, that happen here. So I mean, I was coming up with some ideas. You could put the laces over the little cards, which would be really nice, but not today, not for this one. Thought simple was cute. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my fails and see how they turned out to look good. Bye for now, friends.